Well, that's right, Angelique. That was around 2:30 this afternoon, and I'm back out here live at the Rito. Let me show you where it happened. So this little island, there were several people living out here, and when I arrived on scene, 4 people were in that tent. It's the one on the right side, the red and gray one. So 4 people were in that tent. It's kind of close to the south bank, and let's point the camera down there for a second, Angelo. You can see it's close, but there is no way to tell just how deep that water is, and it's moving pretty fast. We're going to show you how fast it's moving by throwing this stick out there and see if somebody were to get caught up in that. It'll take you right down and out through the channel into the major part of the river, which is moving pretty fast out there. So let's go ahead and show some video of the actual rescue from earlier this afternoon. These were the conditions that rescue crews had to face. There were crews from Tucson, Golder Ranch, and Northwest fire departments on scene. Rescuers used an inflatable raft to bring those 4 people to safety. Now, I was talking to folks out here, and witnesses tell me several people have been living in this camp for about 6 months.
And I usually look at people on the north side, and I wondered if they were going to be caught in this flood. But that was earlier this morning. There was a lot of water flowing, but not like this.
Did everybody know that there was going to be a big rainstorm?
No, I didn't even know. So it was a shock, and
So back out here live, those 4 people were able to walk to the raft and walk off the raft. They were evaluated by medical personnel, and that's about all the information we have at this point. But we do hear that there is more winter weather on the way, and for that, News 4 Tucson's chief meteorologist, Matt Brode, joins us with the latest. Matt?
All right, Shelley, stay dry.
Well, Sean, Monica, no ruling was issued today. Both sides, Planned Parenthood of Arizona and the Arizona Attorney General's office, answered questions and made their argument before a 3-judge panel.
The trial court erred in lifting the injunction on Arizona's near-total ban on abortion, Section 1330-603, without accounting for the laws passed to regulate abortion in the last 5 decades.
Planned Parenthood is asking the court to make the dozens of abortion laws in Arizona consistent.
Why do we even need to go with harmonization? Can't we mundanely apply what the Supreme Court said in Unum?
Judge Swan focusing his questioning here on harmonizing, expressing concern that it was implied repeal.
3603 applies with its exception. The 15-week law applies with its exception. The post-viability law applies with its exception.
Okay.
The Arizona Attorney General's office arguing all of Arizona's abortion laws can coexist.
If an abortion occurred, let's say at 18 weeks, for example.
No, let's say at 10 weeks.
Okay, 10 weeks. 3603 with its exception would apply. The 15-week law would not apply, would not apply.
Would not apply.
Right.
At 10 weeks, the 15-week law would not apply. Okay.
Correct.
So effectively, then, the 15-week law would be a nullity in that case, right?
No, because the 15-week law, if an abortion occurs at 18 weeks, the prosecutor has the discretion to charge under the 15-week law.
This could create confusion over which law would prevail. News 4 caught up with Planned Parenthood after the hearing. They say allowing all laws to remain on the books is essentially a ban.
Yes, our position is that their proposed interpretation, which just allows all the laws to coexist and prosecutors to decide, effectively means that abortion is banned, which is what we saw during the time that the trial court's order was in effect before.
Criminal law has multiple overlapping statutes that apply during different situations, and so both laws can exist at the same time.
So again, no ruling was issued today, and there's no time frame for when a ruling may come down. And I should mention that everything can change in January when a new attorney general and a new state legislature is sworn in. Reporting live from downtown, Shelley Jackson, News 4 Tucson. Well, Monica, today's hearing was just the latest in the ongoing legal battle over abortion here in Arizona. A 3-judge panel questioned both sides, Planned Parenthood of Arizona and the Arizona Attorney General's office. Now, that questioning at sometimes was rather intense and spirited. Planned Parenthood is arguing that the trial court judge erred when she lifted the injunction on that 1864 near total abortion ban. They asked the court to harmonize the state's dozens of abortion laws. Now, Judge Swan focused his questioning here on harmonizing, expressing concern that it was implied repeal. And there was a lot of back and forth over what that term means in this case. The Arizona Attorney General's office faced questioning over the state legislature's intent when they passed that 15-week ban last spring. The attorney also arguing that all of Arizona's abortion laws can coexist. But Planned Parenthood says that is effectively a ban.
Our position is that their proposed interpretation, which just allows all the laws to coexist and prosecutors to decide, effectively means that abortion is banned, which is what we saw during the time that the trial court's order was in effect.
It's as clear as it was even before any of this litigation happened. So there were already on the books laws that prohibited abortion at 20 weeks and laws that prohibited abortion at the time of birth, a partial birth abortion. And so just because there are multiple aggravating or overlapping laws for different situations doesn't give rise to confusion or conflict.
So again, no ruling today and no time frame for when a possible ruling could be handed down. And it is worth mentioning that this could all change come January when a new attorney general and state legislature are sworn in. Reporting live from downtown, Shelley Jackson.